Hello, in the latest Pioreactor software, we've made some great changes to the experiment profiles page. The two big changes are the ability to create and edit existing profiles in the UI. So previously you had to SSH in, that's gone, great, no one wants to do that. So here we can see there's some updates to the UI. We can see that no profile is currently running. This is a profile. If you recall, what is an experiment profile? It's a way to headlessly control your Pioreactors. So you can define commands and the Pioreactor will execute them autonomously. You don't need to be in the UI making these changes, it'll do it automatically. So here's a simple profile where we start stirring immediately at target RPM 400. After 36 seconds, we change it to 800 RPM, and then we stop after a minute and a half. Okay, so we can take this profile and now edit it in the UI. So let's say I want to change it to 600 RPM, and I can hit save, and it'll save it to the disk, and I go back, and it's now 600 RPM. So great. We can also create a new profile. So I want to do let's say a dummy stirring file. We're going to call this stirring at 0 RPM. Something silly like that. Who cares? Stirring is null for some reason. Sure, and I'm the author of this silly profile. So it's saved, and we can go back, and in our dropdown, it's now here. There's no actions to do. This is just like an example. It's an empty script or empty profile. Okay, let's go back to the stirring example, and one cool other change we made was the ability to preview the profile, and this doesn't actually perform the actions, but it'll print out what it would have done instead. And so those printouts, they show up in the logs. So let's actually do that. Let's go preview profile, and I'll preview it. We'll get a notification saying that it started. Cool, so we're doing a dry run of this profile. If I go to the overview, I can kind of see, okay, we're doing a dry run. It's started stirring on all Pioreactors with target RPM 400. Shortly, we should see this update to, I think, 600 RPM now. There we are, 600 RPM. Okay, cool. We can go back to profiles. We can stop that execution as well if we wanted. This is again a dry run, so nothing's actually running on my Pioreactor. It's just printing out what it would have done. So I can stop that, and we get a notification. But we can actually say, like, we go through it, and we look all the actions that the profile would take. So we can actually just run the profile now, and it'll start. And we should see demo string example come up, and going to Pioreactors, we can see it's now on at 400 RPM. I'm really happy with this change. I feel like people SSHing in is an anti-pattern that we should avoid as much as possible. The browser's awesome, UIs are great. Let's do as much as we can in the browser where people are comfortable, rather than a terminal working with, exotic bash commands. Okay, that's all for me. Until next time.